Welcome. This is Sarah Michelle Brown, your virtual video director here, and I am really excited to welcome you back to the Express Yourself series for entrepreneurs. And today I am so crazy excited because we just have the most amazing guest on. Her name is Kendrick Shope, and she is the creator of the authentic selling process. She is also a sales coach, she's a mama, and a real awesome Southern gal. So I would like to give a hearty welcome to Miss Kendrick Shope. Hi.
Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for having me. It is my total honor to be here. And express yourself. I feel like Madonna. Like I need to break out into, the Madonna. Express
We'll be
yourself.
voguing.
Yeah, Vogue. Express yourself. Two different things. But every time you say that, I'm like, I feel like Madonna. It's so awesome.
Well, maybe it could be like one of those drinking games, except instead of drinking, people can start doing a Vogue whenever you say express yourself.
I love it. I love it. Great idea.
Okay, so let's see if we can catch ourselves as we're going through it.
Great.
So let's dive on in, and I just really want to say like how excited and thrilled I am that you're here with me and breaking it down for people about being authentic in your business and expressing yourself, and just very excited.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. I am. Thank you so much for having me.
Beautiful. So if you could first of all introduce yourself to people and tell them more about your business, how you got started, and your passion.
Yeah.
Let's go to it.
Yeah. So as Sarah Michelle said, I am Kendrick Shope, the creator of Authentic Selling and sales coach. And what that basically means is I help businesses take the ick factor. Think of all the dirty sales words: sleazy, slimy, blech, nasty, used car salesman, stereotypical used car salesman. I take that out of selling for people. So I combine over a decade worth of top performing sales experience. And I am also a life coach, a Martha Beck trained life coach. And so I merge the two to create Authentic Selling, because so many people have wonderful things to share, wonderful businesses that can help other people, but they didn't know how to sell it. So that's where Authentic Selling came from, and that's kind of what I do. I help you do more of what you love, make more money, and make a difference in the world through Authentic Selling.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and that's exactly it. And one thing that I love about what you do is you have this real knack for turning prospects into completely raving fans. Like, it's so incredible, the work that you do, I have to say.
Thank you.
And what do you think is like the key to making that happen as far as all the work that you've done?
I think that there are a couple of things. One of the things that I think makes me a really good sales coach is I will buy anything. I am a marketer's dream. So if your stuff doesn't sell me when I read it, when I watch it, then you got a problem, because I will buy anything. It serves me really well in my work. The other thing is I grew up in a really tiny town in Tennessee, and there's a stereotype about the Southern way of doing business, but there's some truth to that. And the truth is that all things being equal, friends buy from friends. And all things being unequal, friends buy from friends. And there are some logical sales reasons as to why that's true, as far as trust and consistency. But at the end of the day, it is about relationships. I read a book at one point called, the tagline was, "The relational selling is dead." And I could not disagree with that more. I know, and I teach people how to sell through relationships. I don't want to teach you how to sell ice to an Eskimo. I want to teach you how to share whatever it is, your gift that you were put here to do. And so I think that I'm successful because I'm able to do that, because I add the relational fact back in when other people don't. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does, actually.
Okay.
I really love that. And what went through my head was like that whole, like, I'd love to sell you some swampland in Florida kind of thing. Like,
exactly.
That we get into our heads that that's what sales is about, that it's about giving people what they don't need.
Right.
Which is totally wrong, I think.
Yeah, go hire somebody else if you want to know how to do that, because I'm not going to teach you how to do that.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think it's about being, again, authentic is a word that we stumbled upon, but I think that that's it. It so sums up what this type of selling is about, and what I believe a lot of online business owners need in their business. just a way to shine a light on what they already do so well, what they were put here to do, what lights them up, what's their passion. And so it's just a way to shine a spotlight on it and say, here I am and I can help you. Selling is not about anything other than showing up and saying, I can improve your life, your business, your weight, your nutrition, your health, your videos, your whatever. Yeah. It's just saying, I can help. I'm here.
Yeah. And what I love about what you do as well is you have this real gift for expressing yourself. Do the old Vogue. But you have this real gift for expressing yourself. You don't pretend to be someone you're not. Like, you just are yourself, and that's what I love about with authentic selling, because it's like by being yourself and expressing yourself, you're like you're completely attracting people who are in your tribe, so to speak, and people who actually need what you have to offer and want it and want to work with you specifically.
Yeah, I'm not smart. Thank you. I'm not smart enough to be somebody else. Like, I'm not. I know people that do that. I'm not. I am literal. I am black and white. I just am. It's the way my brain works. So I'm really not smart enough to do, like, it's kind of just always been, this is it. You like it or you leave it. And it doesn't matter. It does matter to some extent. But I think that I've also learned, so that's kind of been the way that I am, but I've also learned, I've worked with some very talented people. I'm very lucky. I've learned from some of the best of the best. And through my work, there have been things that I have been told to do. So, for example, maybe don't be quite so Southern, or maybe work on your accent a little bit, or maybe don't send your videos out on Tuesday because it's not a good day because it competes with Marie TV. And here's what happens. That's not me. It's not authentic. I'm Southern. I'm sorry. Like, this is the way I talk. If you can't understand me, I'll try to enunciate better, but I can't change it. And it takes too much effort to try to be something that you're not. Yeah. So there's no strategy there. And I think that one of the things I see a lot of people fall into is we get into this compare and despair when we're starting out. Yeah. And people believe I need to be more like X to be successful, or I need to figure out how to do what she does in my business. And that is a surefire recipe to not sell anything and to not be successful, because it's not real.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny, and I've really noticed this in the video world with now working with entrepreneurs, is there's a lot of, where people just don't know how they're supposed to be. They think they're supposed to be a certain way, and they're supposed to come across a certain way. And, I'm sure you can relate to this, that the work is really about, like, letting people know that just be yourself, just be your best you, and come with those warts sometimes. Sometimes, you make those mistakes in business, and if you can incorporate that into your business and into what you do and learn from those mistakes, then it's a win-win kind of situation, as I've recently learned from you.
Anybody that tells you that they run a business and don't make mistakes is lying. I'm sorry. I'm going to call somebody out, but they're lying. and I am success. I'm whatever success means. I'm financially successful today, and I make mistakes every day still, and I learn from them and I tweak them. And that's what running a business is. You're not innately born, I don't think, most of us, with the skills on how to run an online business. And yes, you invest in training, just like you're not in that. I didn't know how to create a video 4 years ago. It was homework assignment for a class I was in, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Yeah. So I didn't know how to do it. There's learning, and life is all about learning, and business is the same way. And so, if business is about trying, experimenting, realizing what didn't work, and tweaking it. Yeah. Trying, experimenting, and tweaking. Trying, experimenting, tweaking. That's what it is.
I love it. And it's got a very musical kind of tone to it too. It's like we could invent our own voguing as trying, experimenting, tweaking.
We could. Well, I always wanted to be a singer, so I will break out into song if you want me to.
Oh, honey. Do you know I always wanted to be a singer too? Oh, this could get very scary.
You gotta have this thing called talent. I didn't know it. I didn't know it.
I know, it's unfortunate. It is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell me, or tell the people watching as well, a little bit more about what kind of work that you're currently doing and what you've got coming up and all the exciting things that you are up to.
Yeah. So my two favorite things in my entire business bag of tricks, whatever that is, KTV is my favorite thing that I do, which is actually the tip of the week, the Tuesday tip of the week, where I give people a tip via video. So I like video a lot. So that's my favorite thing I do, and that's free. A free business tip each week to help you do more what you love, make more money, and make an impact in the world. And then my second most favorite thing I do in my business is sales school, which I recently had the first round of sales school this year, and it's going to turn into a yearly thing. It'll launch again in the fall, and the plan right now, as the plan in my head right now to try and tweak, and is that it will continue to run in the fall. So sales school is a 6-week course live where I show up live and teach some of the foundations of selling. It's like sales 101. I've graduated from 2 sales schools when I was in pharmaceutical sales. And so it's the combination of what I've learned there and what I've learned from my own experience of running a business.
Yeah, it's so great. And I will divulge and express myself about this is I took your inaugural sales school just recently. And like, it was so mind blowing because before about 4 months ago, I was strictly an artist. I was an artist who was used to going for enthusiasm and passion first and figuring out the funding and money later, hopefully. And so, in launching this new business, I had no clue about sales. I really didn't because I was so used to leading with, or just really not thinking about money at all and thinking about the return on investment, where I was just so used to as an artist, you just keep putting it out and putting it out and putting it out. And hopefully one day you hit it big, right?
Yeah.
So, rocking sales school, it's not just for people who are full-fledged business people, which it is for, but it's also great for people who are like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it was just mind blowing and so cool to really understand that. Like you mentioned those words that you don't want it to feel icky, slimy, or sleazy. And I want to say it in a Southern accent. I'm like, icky, slimy, or sleazy. I've got Kendrick on the brain, but it was so amazing to start to look at sales in a different way and to realize I could be myself. And that I could just be authentic and express myself as I am and be passionate about what it is that I'm doing and be passionate about the changes that I can bring to people. And you just nailed that into my head. And it's, in a very gentle, kind way, but it's a wonderful, wonderful program. And I'm really excited that you're continuing it.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I love it. And as I said, it's my second favorite thing that we do. So I think you'll see more of that, yearly. The plan is to make it a yearly thing, but I love it, and thank you for what you said about it.
Yeah, my pleasure. And so for people, if they want to sign up for sales school, to get on the list for it, can they do that?
They can go, you can go to saleschool.kendrickshope.com and put your name and email in, and we'll notify you. We're actually going to do, we've already got over 300 people on the list to be notified. Yay. So that's exciting. But we're actually going to do some special stuff for the people who are on the list since we're not launching again until the fall. We're going to start doing some special trainings for those people on the list. So if you have any interest at all or think you might want to, I would put my name on the list because you're going to get some stuff that other people were not going to publicize. We're not going to advertise. It's just going to be, if you're on the list, you're going to get these things. So.
It's like the, what do you call it? Like the VIP room,
Yeah.
there's
this super secret sales room.
Super secret. Well, there's this restaurant in Toronto. I'm not sure if they're still around, but it was this restaurant that would move around, and the only thing that would identify it would be a big nose on the front of the building. There would be no title, no nothing, no name. There was no name for the restaurant. I don't think there was a name for the restaurant, but people in the know knew where to find the nose.
What an interesting sales idea. I could talk about that forever. That is so interesting. So cool.
Right.
I love it.
Right. But it's like sales school. So get on the list, people. And if you're watching this video, the link, we'll put the link right below so you can get on that beautiful list.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So
it's exciting.
It is exciting. And let me ask you, as far as your lessons from having done your inaugural course, and what, all the lessons you've been teaching us about sales, what do you feel is one of the biggest ahas for you in helping a group of people?
So it was the first time that I ever taught this material to a group this large. And it's actually the first time I've ever taught this exact material, so laid out the way that was to a group, to any group. Mm-hmm. So one of the ideas, one of the Kendrick philosophies, if you will, of running a business is you start small, start with one-on-one work and build up to a group component if you want to do that. And there are lots of reasons for that. But I was nervous. I was very nervous about, will this translate? My business is really built on results. I talk a lot about you will get results when you work for me. If you show up and you do the work, you're going to get results. And so that's a big promise to make people. So to be able to say, to translate it to not just one-on-one, but a group of, there were 277 people who enrolled, you will show up and you will get results. But I'm not there to hold your hand. Like with my one-on-one customers, I can hold my hand and say, why are you not taking action? So I was nervous. Yeah. The biggest learning that I have gotten from that was that fear probably made me show up and be better and over-deliver, but it was completely unfounded because people got results. Thank God. Or thank whoever. People got results. Thank Madonna.
Thank Madonna.
People got results. And so it's scary, just like anything. Like people, you get to a certain level in your business and I think people think that you're not afraid or there's not that fear or you just know what to do. And it's so not true. Yeah. You're still scared and you're still worried. And so, the thing that I've learned prior to that is, even when you try something and it doesn't go the way you expect it to, or if it flops, because you will try stuff that flops, you look at the situation and you say, okay, number one, how do I take care of my people in this? How do I make raving fans? So people were going to get results one way or another. If I had to work one-on-one with them all, then that's just what I was going to have to do. The second thing is, so how do I get results? And then how do I tweak it? And so I've also learned ways to tweak it. There won't be so many nerves the next time that, it will be, okay, great. We needed a handout for this and I didn't have one created. So we'll have a PDF or a how-to for that. So you just learn along the way. Yeah. Does that answer your question or did I just kind of go?
No, I totally get it. And like, I'm running a beta for my first ever video course as well. Yay! So, I'm literally building it as I'm going along. So I totally get it. It's like, okay, so I'll add in, like you said, like the PDFs where they need this information and it's such a great fact finding. I think you should always be learning.
Yeah, you map it out beforehand, and I had, okay, this is what we're going to do the 6 weeks, and here's what we're going to learn under each of these buckets. Yeah. But then when you teach it for the first time, you're like, oh, what would make this even better is if you all had a guide that you could follow, right? Or, what would make this even better is if I gave you an example of authentic self-promotion rather than just talking about it. So I'll go post one in the Facebook group. Yeah. Or, what would make this even better is quarterly continuing education calls. So it doesn't just end at 6 weeks. Yeah. So you learn along the way, here's a way to make it even better.
Understood. Here. And you will make it better. And so that's why people need to sign up and get on the list because, it's not the Nose restaurant, but it's Kendrick Shope and it's going to be amazing. She over-delivers like a beast. Like she's incredible. I'm learning so much from her. I've been learning by example and by taking the course. So take it, get on the list. Yeah, my pleasure. So next up, I have something that's going to be very fun and adventurous.
Oh, okay.
And it's what I call the Express Yourself Speed Round. Oh! So what this is I'm going to just say a few questions out at you. And no thinking, you just say the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I love this and I'm scared at the same time. Okay.
All right. So don't be afraid to express yourself.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. What is your favorite word?
Believe.
What is your least favorite word?
Midwife.
What sound or noise do you love?
The sound of a credit card.
Awesome. And what sound or noise do you hate?
Balloons. When people scrape their hands on balloons or make balloon animals.
And the last question, what makes you shine?
Red hair.
Love it.
Literally, I shine.
With the red hair, like some of my biggest early heroines growing up were redheads.
Really?
Including Annie, fictional heroes, but like Annie and Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot.
They're making a new Annie. Have you seen it? It's got Jamie Foxx in
Yes,
it.
yes. And
So I saw the previews.
Quivanjane.
The music looks wonderful. But I have to be honest, I was just like a fraction disappointed that she didn't have red
Red
hair.
hair.
But that's okay. It looks fantastic, I'm sure. But I was like, oh my gosh, that was the only redhead I knew as a child. The only other person. Like, I hated it. I hated red hair. I wanted to have
Oh,
any color of hair but red. Oh, hated it.
wow. Well, you're rocking it now, lady.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're rocking it and wear it proudly.
Thank you. I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What I would love to do next is a call to action for our peeps who are watching,
Yep.
and this call to action is sponsored by Kendrick Shope. So let's
Hello.
have it. Uh-oh. All right, ladies. So what have you got for the people to do today?
So a great segue into this was, what is your favorite word? Which we didn't plan this, but I'm going to do a little strip tease here with my watch. My favorite word is believe. It is tattooed on my wrist. It is one of the foundations of authentic selling. And so what I mean by that is you have to believe in the difference that your business makes. Before you can sell it, before you can market it, I don't care what anybody says, you've got to believe in it. And so there are a couple of ways to know if you believe in the product or service that you're selling. And the first way is to ask yourself this question. Go to your copy and read it. And then say, would I buy it? So that's your call to action. Go to your copy, go to your offer, go to your whatever, and read it. And then say, would I buy it? And if the answer is no, what needs to be included, or what do I need to change so that I would buy it? Once you get there, once you are like, oh my gosh, I would absolutely buy it, then you can sell it and then you can market it, but not until.
Love it. That's fabulous. Okay. So great. I love it. So you hear that, people. Head on over to your copy and see if you would buy it or not. See if you would buy what you're selling. And then make sure you leave a comment below and let us know what you discovered, because that's so powerful. Like, to go in there and really answer that question.
If I could add one thing to that I should have added before. So innately, you automatically think, well, of course I would buy it. Like, of course I would. That is not the exercise. You literally have to read your copy. And I have done this before when I'm like, heck no, I wouldn't buy it. No, I wouldn't buy that. And buy it doesn't have to be an investment of money. Buying it could be an investment of time. So, for example, one of the times when I read the copy was for a free call that I was having. And I thought, I would not give somebody my time, my most precious resource that I can't make more of. No, there's not enough there. So you have to physically go read the copy. And again, remember that it's not just an investment of money, but it's also an investment of time. And then the question is, would you buy it?
So great. Okay, all right. This is a juicy one this week, and I think it's really gonna challenge some people to ask that question. I think that's fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else that you'd like to mention before we start to wrap up?
No, we've covered all the juicy stuff, like super secret sales room and would you buy your copy, and we've covered a lot of stuff. So I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Well, it's my pleasure, and thank you so much for being a part of this. And I'm just thrilled to have you here. I think you're fantastic. You're doing great work out there and really helping a lot of people. So
thank you. Thank you. I feel the same about you. It's my total pleasure.
Awesome. Okay, so for those of you who are watching, I just got to say, like, if you are stoked on making more money, and if you're ready to get more clients for your business and to, really rock sales in a really inspiring, exciting, thrilling kind of way, you need to check out KendrickShope.com, because Kendrick is the bomb. She's awesome. And if she can make an artist excited about sales, like, honestly, she can do it for you.
That's a great promo. I'm stealing that.
Steal it. It's yours. Okay. So, thank you so much to Kendrick thank you for joining us, and thank you for everyone who is watching, and make sure you rock Kendrick's call to action. I think it's a really powerful one, and make sure you leave a comment below and let us know what you discovered in doing it, because I think there's some giant discoveries that are to be had. So let us know and join this conversation, because we'll be answering and checking out what you have to say. Okay?
Yeah, I'll totally answer your questions. This is going to be on your blog?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll show up. I'll answer questions. I'm pretty good at that, so let me know.
Okay, you heard it here, people. So leave a comment and ask Kendrick questions, and like totally get ready to just have a great call to action and take some really great actions this week. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to say goodbye, I guess, on behalf of myself and Kendrick. And I just want to say that it is important to express yourself and to rock your authentic shine in your life and in your business. And this is Sarah Michelle Brown, your virtual video director, signing off. And I just want to say, dream up.